Hey everyone, Jessica Coulter here, and my friend Stormy. So hello, and I want to talk to you because it is the first day of winter break, at least for some students. I know some schools in Kansas here have a Monday full day and then an adventure day or half day on Tuesday. So not everybody's done, so you or your child might not be done yet, but you're very, very close or you're already there. So congrats, you made it. Normally we would be halfway done with the school year. Good or bad, that's not the case this year. Semester 2 will not end until, semester 2 will not start until January. Semester 1 also ends in January this year. Very different than a normal year. So, wanted to talk to you about winter break, traveling, and how to keep your mind or help your child's mind stay on school. So, if winter break has started for you, give me a thumbs up. If winter break has not started for you yet, feel free to tell me the date down below. And if you're here listening, I'm grateful to have you. Just tap that like or heart button for me to let me know you're there and this message is relevant. So before we jump into winter break and school and how traveling fits into that mess, I want to introduce myself properly. My name, again, is Jessica Coulter. I am the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. I love unicorns and horses and winter. I love snow. And more importantly, more related to school, I own a tutoring business that helps students in the 3rd grade and beyond, all the way up through adults in grad school. And I specialize in middle school math, ACT prep, as well as essay writing. And then I love helping people learn study skills and get better at those test-taking strategies. So if you need some help, give me a call, email, however you want to get in touch. So let's talk about traveling and school and winter break. So yes, we're still in the whole COVID, the whole wide world pandemic, yet a lot of people are traveling this year. Numbers were way up for Thanksgiving, way up from March anyway, way down from the previous Thanksgiving, thankfully, but still much traveling was happening. I can only imagine how many people are traveling either this weekend or will be this week. So while you're in the airport, while you're driving, while you're visiting family and friends, there's going to be a whole lot of distractions happening. Unfortunately, because we haven't had finals yet, that means there is no woohoo, I'm done with half the school year, woohoo, I can just enjoy it. You've got to focus on school. So for those of you or those that have kids that have missing work or late work, since the quarter is not done, a lot of teachers are still accepting that work. Now, they are trying to wrap up kind of current units. That makes sense for winter break. So if your winter break ended on Friday, you might have a little more freedom. You might just need to focus on getting some stuff from first quarter kind of re-memorized, re-looked at, or you might need to just be ready for whatever is waiting for you or your child when you get back from winter break. But if winter break ends for you, or starts for you, on Monday or Tuesday, then spend this weekend getting that stuff done. Get as far ahead as you possibly can this weekend, okay? So, yes, finals are going to happen when we get back from winter break, so we'll talk about that here in just a second. Now, for those of you that are struggling with school, that need some help, especially over winter break, would love to talk to you, would love to help you get better at school, stay on track, and make the most of winter break outside of the fun of the winter holidays. So join my Facebook group if you want some help. The link is in the description. It's facebook.com/groups/A's for students. So now that we kind of know what's happening and what to do this weekend if winter break hasn't started, let's talk about when you're traveling. So like I said, a lot of people are probably flying over winter break, a lot of Christmas kind of travel, probably more than Thanksgiving even. So what do you do when you've got finals to study for, or maybe you've got homework to do, or you've got some kind of schoolwork to do, and you're sitting in the airport? Well, you've got a couple choices. You can just, sit in the airport and do whatever it is you do when you sit in an airport. Play on your phone, read a book, whatever it is you do. Or a better choice this year would be to bring your notes along and study while you're waiting, or to bring your computer along and review those slideshows, those presentations that your teacher presented, or maybe even just bring along some pencil and paper and kind of write out what you know, like kind of just refresh yourself, quiz yourself, and just then compare your notes later once you're wherever you're going to end up, and can actually get out everything and kind of spread out and do whatever your normal study schedule or plan is. So definitely take advantage of that time, sitting in the airport, sitting in the car, whenever there's some downtime in your traveling, use it to study, use it to get some stuff done. Because good or bad, that's a great time, it's downtime. And make the most of it, because when you go see family and friends, you'd rather spend some time with them instead of thinking, oh, I have to miss out on time with my best friend or my favorite cousin because I've got to go study for such and such test. Okay? Now, when it does come time to spend time with family and friends, you might still need more time to get work done. So let's talk about that in a second, of how you can kind of balance that. I want to spend time with them, but I have schoolwork to do. Before we do that, though, guys, just want to check in. Those of you who are watching, thank you for being here. If you haven't hit that like or thumbs up button for me, I would love it if you would do so. And if you haven't followed my Facebook page, do that as soon as you can so you can be aware of when I go live next. And finally, I also post these videos on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel so that way you're always up to date with Ace Cookie Tutoring. Alright, so I've talked about what to do over a weekend. We've talked about, what to do at the downtime, at the trains, at the cars, and the airports. Well, you finally made it to your destination. You're hanging out with your grandparents, you're catching up with some aunts and uncles you haven't seen for a while. Well, you've got, a week there. That means you've only got a couple days at home to really get done with everything you need to get done to be ready for school to start back up in January. Well, you have a couple of choices here. If you've got some cousins that are the same age as you or your child, you could always have them work together, learn together, make it into a game if you wanted. Have them make flashcards together, have them make a board game together, or just an activity they enjoy can be used for studying. Shooting hoops is very easy to be used for memorization purposes, especially spelling. And also, simple games of like Uno or other card games can be used to memorize. Green represents this for Uno, or every time someone plays a 3, you've got to state 3 things you learned this year, or 3 science facts. However you wanted to do it, you could definitely turn family time into study time. Now, another idea, some people would rather study on their own. Well, figure out when good study time is going to be. When you're helping grandma cook something, well, some of those things have to bake, some things have to stew for a while. While you're waiting on that, you're done prepping, you're just kind of in that waiting game, stirring, occasionally keep an eye on things, have grandma work with you or your child. Spend some time then either having her quiz you, or maybe, if grandma wants to go crochet or grandma wants to go clean something, whatever your grandma wants to do, or she's got some gifts to wrap maybe, spend that time, because you've been kind of given permission to do that because you've helped her, you've done what you wanted, and yet you're still waiting for that next step. So guys, if you are looking for some more help when it comes to winter break, you want to keep on top of school, you want to be ready for finals when you get back, or you want your kiddos to be ready, then join my Facebook group. The link's in the description, facebook.com/groups/A's for students. So I'd love to have you in my group, would love to help you guys get through winter break and stay on top of school and be ready for that last unit and then finals as soon as we get back from winter break. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great holiday, and keep an eye on my Facebook page so you know the next time I go live. Bye guys.